Aquarius, welcome. This is Crimson Caverns with your reading for September 2018. Are you guys crying? I think I caught some Aquarius crying. I think Aquarius are really caught in their feelings. Why are you guys feeling feelings? I think it's because your face never matches up with the way you feel. And what you say and what you do are always two different things. And when you really like somebody and you give it your all and it still doesn't work out, it upsets you. I think a lot of you had high standards, high goals, dreams that you wanted to achieve, and someone from the past came in. It could be a Sagittarius, an Aries, or Leo. God, you guys are really feeling it. They came back in from the past. Sorry about that, guys. My phone totally got cut off. Ooh, it's the train. I feel like something has come into your life really quickly. And now it's like talking a lot of shit behind your back. Look, just your dreams, your goals, everything that you had planned for the future, today, for the future, is being washed away down the drain because you were never supposed to be there. You're supposed to be where you are right now. There's a reason why you're alone. And I know you've been without love for a long time. No matter how much you act like you haven't been. No matter how much you act like you don't need somebody or want somebody. No matter how much you act like you don't care. You do care. You haven't cried in like 5 years, 10 years. You haven't cried in forever. You haven't been getting enough sleep this month. And your tarot cards, they're kind of just everywhere right now. So I'm just going to pull them out as I go along. Things have been really sloppily made, or you feel really exhausted. You're tired because you don't like the mindfuck games. You kind of feel like you set yourself up for failure. Like, how could you put yourself in this situation? If it's not a Leo, Sag, or an Aries, it's definitely a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus. Why do you always do random shit like that? Like, do you see how it's clearly two different things, and why are you trying to put two things together that don't match? So the tables, I feel like the tables have been turned on you. What do we got for September 2018? Tell me about these tables that have been turned. This one. 7 of Cups in the reverse. What did I say? All of your plans, all of your dreams, all of your hopes, and all of your goals that you were planning right now for the future seem like they are falling apart. Like things are not falling in line the way that they were supposed to. And you did reach deadlines. You did qualify, and you were eligible for a lot of things that you know you're probably not going to be eligible for later, but there's still definitely something that keeps holding you back from actually completing this course, or there's something that holds you back from being able to enroll yourself fully in school. Or if you were already fully enrolled in school, there's something that came in and it knocked you off your balance. Like, It knocked you off your feet. It destroyed what you were planning. The Knight of Cups. So, it is the Seven of Cups in the reverse. It is an out of balance. It is a lot of tears. It is a lot of crying. There is a lot of destruction. But you're not drinking yourself to death. You're not smoking, you know, your lungs out of your face. You're going through the motions. You're letting fate run its course for the first time. Because normally you like to step in and fix everything, but you're letting things work out on its own for the first time. And the faster you let go, the faster things will fall into place. Good things fall apart so better things can fall into place. I feel like you've been trying to cut a cord for quite some time. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. It's just not working with this Capricorn. With the Sagittarius Capricorn, it's just not working out. And you know it. But they did come back in. Maybe because they're afraid to move on. They're afraid that what's waiting for them is not going to be what they deserve. And I think part of that, see, I hear a lot of stories. I think part of that is because you did put a lot of stories into someone's head about somebody else, and that's the person they're supposed to end up with. And now you're realizing that everything's coming back to you, which is the reason why they want to come back to you, because they can't believe that the person that they're supposed to be with has come back in. But you kind of set yourself up for failure because you try to set them up for failure, but now you've moved on with someone else, and now this someone else wants to move on because you're out there ruining someone else's relationships. On accident, you didn't know, like really old childhood stuff, and then you broke up with that person, you found the person that you're supposed to be with now, and they found the person they're supposed to be with now, but they're coming back to you now because of the things you've said in the past. The Magician in the reverse, do you see? And now that there's nothing you can say to undo what you've done, and now you've realized that this person's not for you, and you really have to pull a rabbit out of your ass in order to fix this relationship with them, because you don't want to be with the Sagittarius, the Aries, or the Leo. You don't want to be with them because you found somebody else. But now this somebody else thinks that you're still involved with the Aries, the Leo, or the Sagittarius from the past that has come in. And you're like, no, I'm not. And I think maybe the Capricorn, Taurus, or the Virgo might have left you recently because they thought that you were still involved with the past. So you decided to go ahead and try to work it out with the past. But now you're realizing that the two of you just don't belong together. Two and two. Apples, oranges, cucumbers, and melons. They just don't go to fucking together. I mean, they do like in a fruit smoothie drink and stuff like that. When you blend it up. When everyone's all chopped the fuck up to pulp. Oh yeah. Everything goes down, you know, the same way. Everything goes down and gets shit out the asshole the same way. But did you really want to be blended up in the same little juice tank as this person? No. You thought you did because you guys have history. And now that you don't have the new guy or the new girl or the past guy or the past girl, that's why you're feeling this way, because you're breaking ties that have hindered yourself and other people, because ironically you didn't want other people to move on because you weren't ready to move on. You didn't want them to move on. That's why you find yourself in this place where you're like, fuck, what did I do? So you really are trying to reach out to this Leo, Sagittarius, or this Aries now, trying to fucking make it work, and you're making them confused because they're trying to move on from you, and you're afraid that they really are going to move on. They really are going to be happy. You're afraid of them doing that because you're afraid that you're never going to find it. The Hermit in the reverse, that's the truth. You're so terrified that you're never going to find this yourself, which is the reason why you hold other people back from finding happiness. You feel like your time has run out. You feel like you ran out of time. You feel like there's no more left for you. You feel like there's nothing else left for you. So the best thing you can do is kind of guide people in the wrong direction. This Leo Sagittarius or this Aries or the Sagittarius Capricorn was never meant to be with you. You just move fast enough for them that it gives them something to keep up with. But you're learning that you want to take your time. That's why it doesn't work out with anybody, because you're not taking your time to get to know them. Even though you think you know them, even though you can read their minds, you're not taking the time to get to know these people. And even if you've been with someone for 10 or 15 years, you still don't really know who they are because you have just been with them in the past. Or even Aquarius, you've just been with them just to be with them. Because they know people, because they're popular, and because you won't be a loner. You'll be seeing that you moved on so quickly. So quickly. but there's no love. You're looking for love. So you're experiencing the soul urge to get away from this Capricorn, or the Sagittarius Capricorn. You're trying to get away from this Leo, from another Aquarius. From another Sag. They're like a shark. They're ruining everything you worked for. Like, they just came in and just took it all because they know they could. Anyway, you're going to be fixing this, though, because you're crying. You're releasing some things that you haven't released in a while, and you're talking to yourself about things that you haven't spoken about in a while, and you're healing yourself. You're talking to yourself like someone you love, like someone you really care about, and you're really listening to yourself. The Queen of Cups in the reverse with the Six of Cups upright. You wish that you had the same type of love that this Sagittarius has for a Leo. You only wish that you had this type of love. And that's the reason why you kept this Sagittarius away from this Leo. Or it's the reason why you kept this Sagittarius away from this another Sag, an Aries or a Leo. Because you were always kind of jealous of them. But you didn't want to admit it. Because you really wanted so badly for someone as good as him to love you the way he loves this other person. So you're really telling this Sagittarius that it's just not working out and they do deserve the best. Why? Because you know when you wish that for someone else and you really fucking mean it and you let them go, you get it. Ace of Pentacles. You get what you want with this Taurus or this Virgo. You get what you want. When your false twin flame gets what they want. Because it's not about you. It's not about them either. It's about the bigger picture. So all of these emotions that you have, all of these, I'm going to get what I want no matter what it takes. You think you're going to be happy. Everything you have right now, you're going to lose it. Because it's not yours to begin with. It never was. It belonged to someone else. You were trying to live someone else's life for the last 17 years or the last 10 years. It's not your life to live. It belongs to a Leo. It belongs to a Sag. Or it belongs to an Aries. I was going to say V of Swords, but...
So this week, you're going to take the time to speak with the Sag. You're going to tell them that they deserve so much more than you, and... Six of Wands in the reverse. It's just not working out between the two of you because they need to be with someone that loves them. And you're ready to move on. You don't love them. You love yourself enough to move on and recognize that you were only with them because they were popular, or because they were known, or because they had beautiful eyes. But you didn't love them for them. And it's time that someone loves them for them, because you're never going to get what you want if you keep